Hey guys, it's been a little while since my last update. I did buy some more movies. um, Took advantage of the sales and some good deals that I came across. Well, for the most part, yeah. So why don't I get started? Without further ado, starting with the DVDs here. I'll go DVD and then Blu-ray. This is Tartan Nation Extreme. The Collection Volume 1, South Korean horror films. So Our Point, Face, and Red Shoes. I bought this mostly for the Red Shoes, but I'm interested in the other two movies as well. And Kino was having a sale, so we're gonna have $10, 3 movies, and I'm interested in the Tartan Asia. I usually enjoy them, so figured why not. I think the second set has like 2 movies I already have, so I probably won't get that one. But none of these have, as far as I know, none of these have Blu-ray releases. So, yeah. Speaking of Tartan, I got Silk. As you can see, the price tag. I got a big lots recently, and got a good deal on this. Sorry, glare as usual, but hey, it's all right. I believe this is a ghost story, which I'm not really into, but I figured I'd get it a chance. This cover art has always kind of intrigued me too, so mixes white noise with the eye, which I didn't like white noise. But I remember liking the eye. It's been a long time. I've only seen the original. I haven't seen the remake. I'm probably will never see the remake, in fact. But I wouldn't mind revisiting the original eye at some point. But regardless, Silk. This one looked interesting. I'll show a better picture of the back. There we go. That's it. DVD wise, I don't buy them as much as I do Blu-rays. Pretty sure that's it. Yeah. I mean, if there's anything else, I'll show it next time. But anyway, Altered States. Yep. This is a movie I haven't seen in a long time. When I'd been meaning to, I kind of forgot about. As in, like, I meant to buy it before, but then with the 22 Shots 1980 show coming up, I figured, now's the time to, get it. And I have some other ones I have coming in, and some 1980, that I'll rewatch or haven't seen before, and some that are sort of floating around on Tubi, and there's one on my DVR as well. I forget, some mommy movie. I forget the name of it, but I believe Raymond Burr's in it. But anyway, Altered States. This is I remember being really tripped out by this movie. It's Ken Russell. Right? The imagery in it is yeah. But and this is a good segue into the next film. Actually, speaking of 1980, you'll see why in a moment here. I got Censor. Vinegar Syndrome. This is my top #1 horror movie of 2021. We're in top spot. So now they're doing the packaging that is a lot like for their VSP. If you have ticks, you know what I mean. It's a lot like that, where it has a slipcover inside of a slipcover. And this is what here, Beast, Man, and Asunder, which I recall are fictional movies featured in this that are in Censor. I watched it during SF Film Festival last year. So yeah, and here's the front cover. So yeah, it's quite a little deal there, huh? But the reason I mentioned 1980 is because, well, what's funny is that this has Ban the Sadist videos part 1 and 2. Which are also, in terms of features, pretty sure it does. Yeah. And they're also on 7 release. I don't know if they're on the 88 release of Night of the Demons, but that documentary is also on the 7 release of Night of the Demons, which is 1980, which I will be watching for, so it's kind of funny. They're on both releases. I don't know. I'm guessing it's like the same, both companies have an agreement to whoever holds the rights or something like that. So both Vincent and Severin is my guess, but anyway, that's besides the point. Yeah, I look forward to checking out the features on this, and and I probably will rewatch this, because I'll be getting a 5.1 in this room. I did order. It's an acoustic audio. I'm not going to show because it's so big, but I'll be having hooked up pretty soon here, and I'm still waiting on some other components for it, but I figure at least I can get the speakers hooked up, have them on the walls and stuff, and then, as I get the other components, because I know I'm waiting on mostly just cables and like wall support. I forget the name of them, and like I got some stuff coming in today, like to put the speaker on as well, so it's not just sitting on the floor. So I do have some stuff coming in, but anyway, I'm looking forward to having that in my room. So yeah, and it'll be nice to have 5.1, not just my soundbar, which is great, but I didn't want to upgrade. Looking forward to that. I did take advantage of the Kino sale. Actually, speaking of Vinegar Syndrome, I meant to do this. I'll do these after. I'll do this pile first. So, speaking of Vinegar Syndrome, I got the Scanner Cop set, the 4K set. 4K Blu-ray, if I'm not mistaken. This set, well, you can, I'm glad I bought it when I did because this sold out, but you can get them individually, which, if you've been thinking about it, and, with this Vinegar Syndrome sale coming up, you might want to pull the trigger, because, especially 1990, I know, isn't part 2 from 94, or thereabouts? Yeah, so I'm still kind of hitting some of those 1994 ones that I've been meaning to watch, but I've been listening to that show and working my way through that as well. So nice kind of companion piece, I'll put these back in here. I like this cover. I like this cover artwork has always kind of intrigued me, And then you have, what is that, Richard Lynch, I believe. I don't know. I know he's in, isn't he in the first one? Yeah, or maybe he's in this one. But anyway, I'm looking forward to checking these out. And these also have a documentary, but it's, as far as I can tell, it's split onto, it's part 1 is on Scanner Cop and part 2 on Scanner Cop 2, which reminds me of how when they did the Rudy Ray Moore releases, they had the documentary split into parts throughout all the because I have Disco Godfather and Petey Wheatstraw, but I don't have the other two that they put out. Maybe I'll get them during the sale, I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, there's something loose. Maybe that's just me. Don't think that's a loose disc. Well, I'm opening soon anyway and deal with it. I don't want to damage it, I got this for my birthday. Ricky O, The Story of Ricky. This is the 88 films, the deluxe edition or whatever. Movie I've not seen in a long time, actually, so I look forward to revisiting it. I know you can get the standard edition from '88. I think in order to get, the limited, you have to order from Amazon or eBay probably. I figured, why not? Sorry, Ricky. I remember enjoying it. I took advantage of the Shameless sale. I don't remember exactly what kind of sale that was, but it may have been Valentine's Day or St. Patrick's Day or something, spring, Easter sale, whatever. Point is, I did get two. I got a giallo here, The Case of Bloody Iris, 1972. I've been meaning to watch more from that year, especially giallo-wise, some I haven't seen, and some I do plan on revisiting, like Don't Torture a Duckling. I'll revisit in the near future here. I do want to get more to Fulci, especially. I've been meaning to check out, revisit some of his stuff, and especially for 1980, he did City of the Living Dead, right? So that's a great one. But anyway, I do enjoy giallo films, and it's funny how they cover the breast with the sticker. Yeah. The only release I have from Shameless is Torso. I don't order from them that often because most of what they have is on other companies put out. You know what I'm interested in. I know Blue Underground put this out before, but I figured I'll just get the Shameless edition. You know. In 1994 again with Cemetery Man or Della Morte dell'Amore. This one I've heard is pretty wild, pretty sort of dreamlike, so that interests me. Is it Michele Soavi? He did Stage Fright, which I enjoyed, so I look forward to checking this out. And but Shout Factory had going out of print sale, so I bought a few things. Didn't get everything I wanted, but because stuff sold out. But hey, still I got some stuff that tickled my fancy. Some I can actually talk about. Dr. Blood's Coffin. Ish. I thought this was decent. One of the first zombie movies in color. I think one of two. I forgot the name of the other one, but yeah, this one's decent. A little bit slow. It's really the only problem with it, I think, is it holds it back. But still, I mean, worth. I don't regret buying it. This one looks fun. Rockula. Yeah, this one I heard about, and I thought, yeah, kind of a horror musical from my understanding. It's a Canon release. Yeah. And I do want to check out more from this is 1990. So I do want to check out more horror from that year. Because that's my birth year, so yeah. Cool. These ones I've seen a few years back. I remember them being pretty cheesy. Hercules, Lou Ferrigno, right? I think one of these I ordered. I think it was this one that they had to. They restocked it, and so I ordered it. And then I got Adventures of Hercules too. But this will be good for like a Sunday afternoon, right? Kind of cheesy, from what I recall, but wasn't it the guy who made these? I think they're Italian. Yeah, Luigi Cozzi, who is listed as Louis Coates, and I remember, I think particularly in the '80s, Italian directors used American names. I know Sergio Martino did. I think that's kind of interesting. I don't know if any other, but I know he did, and apparently Luigi Cozzi did. So, if you've seen Contamination, he did that. So yeah. Okay, so I did kind of speak a little too soon here, right? With this pile, but hey, it's all right. Convoy. I had seen this a couple years back, and then a few months back, I watched it off MGMHD. I wanted to rewatch it, and then I ended up getting a Blu-ray since Kino was having a sale. But, Sam Peckinpah. This is I enjoy this one. As a good cast. Chris Christopherson, Ernest Borgnine, Burt Young, Ally McGraw, The Getaway, right? So yeah, and this This has a documentary on it, Passion and Poetry. So I'll probably check that out. You know, I plan on checking it out. It is a, you know, for sort of a standard release, it has quite a few features on it. You know, so I mean, I guess you know, I guess Kino isn't that fancy with the packaging, which is fine with me. But you know what I mean. More 1990 horror, Baby Blood. This one looks wild. From my understanding, it's French. I don't know if it's considered New French Extremity, but regardless, I look forward to checking it out. Yeah. This one I haven't seen in a long time. I remember enjoying it. Black Sabbath. Mario Bava. Right. Yeah, this is an anthology. This is the Italian edition. I think I watched it out years back. I watched it in English, but yeah, not that I remember much of it anyway. But it's been so long since I've seen it. But you know, still, I look forward to checking it out. Yeah, this doesn't have much in terms of features, but that's okay. Yeah, whatever. So, you know, it really depends on who's available and whether the actors and filmmakers are, you know, still around, right? Nosferatu. I remember really, it's been years since I've seen this too, so I figured, why not get it? This is a 2-discer. You know, it's weird how, well, it's weird, it's interesting how disc 1 is English intertitles and disc 2 is German intertitles with option English subtitles. I don't think it really matters which one you go with. There's extras from other films too that Murnau did, like Journey into Night, The Haunted Castle, Phantom, The Finances of the Grand Duke, The Last Laugh, Tartuffe, Faust, which I've seen, and Taboo. Also, Language of Shadows documentary on this too. So I've heard mixed things about it. Probably watch it anyway. You know, silent horror, the classic, right? House of the Long Shadows. Am I reading that right? Yeah. So Vincent Price, Peter Cushing, Christopher Lee, and John Carradine. I like this one. Yeah, I thought it was a little slow, but you know, the ending is kind of. It kind of reminded me of April Fool's Day, which I should rewatch that one at some point. But anyway, yeah. It's kind of a slasher too. It's a gothic setting, but there's sort of a slasher element to it as well. So yeah, I say this one is 3.5 out of 5. It's worth checking out, you know. And I've been meaning to watch it for such a long time, so I figured I'd get the Blu-ray and you know. More 94. The Puppet Masters. Now, this one I had kind of heard about, you know, when Mr. Parker reviewed it. Well, you know. But yeah, this has Donald Sutherland, Keith David is in this too, I believe. Yeah. And Yaphet Kotto. It seems like it's a good cast. I look forward to checking it out. There's a bunch of interviews on it too. So that's cool. What's interesting is that I don't know if this is any way similar to Invasion of the Body Snatchers, but Robert Heinlein, apparently he wrote the novel of this, and then, you know, of the Puppet Masters, and he also did Invasion of the Body Snatchers. So I don't know if it's similar, but that's interesting. So, yeah. This one I heard about, I think it was The Lucid Nightmare talked about this one. This is She. It's an apocalyptic movie that I look forward to checking out. It looks fun, you know. Avi Nesher. That name sounds familiar, but I don't remember what he did. But anyway, Sandal Bergman from Hell Comes to Frogtown. I believe she's in that. She's in this, so yeah. I don't really know any of these other actors, but anyway, she's in this. Yeah. We got a few more here. The other Vincent Price one. It's been a while since I've seen this. I've seen it once or twice before. Theater of Blood. You know, this one looks fun. Yeah, I remember enjoying it, so I figured why not get it. What's interesting is that on sort of the packing slip, this is listed with no slipcase, and yet I didn't think I would be getting one, and yet it came with a slipcase. So I guess they had extras, you know. So I'm not complaining. There's the back again. There you go. I have two more here. Noir, Pitfall. This is I like this one. Dick Powell. And, you know, Elizabeth Scott, who, she's not a great actress, but she's okay in this. Basically, Dick Powell is an ex-vet living an American dream with a beautiful home, loving wife, and a wonderful kid. And he's a great job as an service executive, but Powell. So basically, he gets seduced by Elizabeth Scott, right? He gets involved with her. He has an affair with her. And at least we're much more than a guilty conscience. Probably web of intrigue, jealousy, and murder. Raymond Burrs is in this too. He's, you know, plays a villain character. I like this. It's pretty good though. I'd recommend it. I think during one of the previous films it was out of stock, so I figured, why not grab some noir? You know, Pitfall. And this one, caught my eye too. Roadhouse. This is a good cast. You know, Ida Lupino, Colonel Wilde. Celeste Holm, Richard Widmark, who, if you've seen Kiss of Death, his performance is psychopathic character is a lot like, it's similar to that in this. Yeah, and what's interesting is that this has speaking of Widmark and Lupino, this has a documentary on it, Killer Instinct. It's about 20 minutes long. Richard Widmark and Ida Lupino at 20th Century Fox, which is worth watching. You know, I believe it's ported over from a previous release, and that's fine. I mean, because Eddie Muller's in it, and he looks a lot younger than he does now. It's like it's kind of surprising, you know, but still. What else was I going to say about this? I was going to say something else. I don't remember what it was. Drawing a blank? I don't know. But it'll come to me. Give it a moment. Yeah, this is well, okay. I now here's the thing about the Kino Noirs. This is what I would say. So typically their features, I'm glad they included that documentary, because typically with her noirs, there's not much to offer, like in terms of features. Usually it's, you know, commentary and, you know, photo gallery or trailers or whatever. But this, you know, has that documentary on it, so there's more value, you know, for that reason alone. And you know, I kind of wish they did that for other releases. I mean, I understand, you know, actors having passed on, right? It's kind of, you know, but I I kind of wish they did similar stuff for some of their other noir releases, you know, just to, because sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to buy it, especially if, you know, I can watch it, say, off of MGM HD, right, and there's not much in terms of features, right? It's kind of, you know, but it gives you that incentive, but, you know, I kind of wish they did that. But, you know, nonetheless, and speaking of noir documentaries, there's one I watched recently, film noir from Darkness to Light, or film noir bringing darkness to light. Now there's not too many noir documentaries. That one I watched on YouTube, so it's on there. And I know it's been included in a couple of, I think it's included in there's like a Film Noir Volume 3 set that's included in. It's had a single release, and it's also on, which I'm probably be getting the release of Gun Crazy, which I wouldn't mind revisiting that one actually. But yeah, that's that one's worth watching, especially since there aren't that many noir documentaries that that I know of. But nonetheless, a little tidbit there if you're interested. And yeah, that's it for today's video. I went on a little longer than it should have, but oh well, it's okay. And if I'm planning on taking advantage of the Vinegar Syndrome sale, and see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.